commit the unforgettable mistake of not wearing your
I'm
shoes?
someone who goes on the deep and dark web constantly.
Wow. Okay. So, okay. I don't know if I'm ever going to find this video of Stewie. Anybody, shouts out to anybody that's a hardcore, um, what's his name? A hardcore Family Guy fan. Right? But there was this one scene in this one episode, that's all I know. I cannot get into specifics on what episode it was, but there was this one scene in this one episode where Stewie had on glasses and he did this shit. He was like, I don't know where, I don't know what episode that was, I don't know what clip that is, but that's how I feel. Like, how many seconds are we into this video? We're 8 seconds into the video, and you got me doing this shit. Cause you missed me with the dark deep web, and then you also missed me with on that bitch constantly, which means that you are constantly, mentally, physically, spiritually clucking yourself up, and you just don't know it. Poor soul.
It's not what people think.
Yes, it is.
Where it's evil and overpopulated with crazy people.
Yes, it is.
That's only a small percentage of the dark web. Years ago, my girlfriend broke up with me, and I put her personal information on a forum.
Oh, you did?
And soon after that, she disappeared. It's been a while since that happened, and I've ran into people that have disrespected me since. I'm not an intimidating guy, nor do I look intimidating, nor do I ever have physical or verbal conflicts. I always think to myself that these people don't know what could happen to them. I work at a fast food restaurant, and at the time of this story, my manager was really on my case about everything. I would be late, mess up orders, have an attitude with customers, and some other stuff I could name, but it's so much. I understood that I was messing up, but the tone that this guy would talk...
Alright, okay. Alright, so I can see where this is going to, kind of. It's like your girlfriend already broke up with you, right? And I feel like you're not that strong-willed of a person. But the fact that your girlfriend broke up with you, right? Or yeah, your girlfriend broke up with you. I personally feel like you're not that strong-willed of a person. You got people picking on you. And then what? You're like on the verge of losing your job or some shit? Like that right there, everything that's happening to this motherfucker is a build-up. It's like he's keeping track of that shit. And one of these days, he's gonna blow the hell up. Random. Completely random. You know what I mean? Like, he's just building that shit up, building up. Until one day, out of the blue, motherfucker go to fucking Chipotle, God forbid, not my Chipotle, but go to Chipotle, right? Because everybody has that breaking point. Go to Chipotle with all that shit built up. He's at the, you know what I mean? Like he's at that point to like if you was to drop a fucking feather on his head, he'll blow the, right? He's at that point like where he go to Chipotle on a random day, right? He talking about what else can go wrong. He go to Chipotle, he get a bowl. He says white rice, right? And if anybody else knows their Chipotle setup, you can literally look at your food as it's being made. He says white rice in his bowl. He gets white rice. He doesn't want brown rice whatsoever, but he wants white rice. You scoop the white rice in a bowl. All right. But there's this one grain of brown rice in his bowl. Takes out an AK-47. I can't do that little, I can't roll my tongue, but like, he's getting to that point.
To me, embarrassed me in front of my coworkers and sometimes in front of customers.
Wow.
One day though, that was the last straw.
Yeah.
So one day I walked into work 5 minutes before I was due to clock in, and my manager out loud said that the window liquor is finally on time in front of customers and my coworkers.
What's in the bag?
Everyone laughed at me. During my whole shift that night, he would direct smart comments toward me while still yelling at me for everything.
Hey, that mother clucker came in with a fucking bag. What's in the bag? Huh? What's up? What's up? What's up? As long as you've been coming to work, coming here, you have never had a bag. But now, no, all of a sudden, you just want to wear a bag. You just want to bring a bag to work. That is so sus. I'm clocking out. I'm going home. I don't got time for this shit.
Everything that I did wrong. I made up my mind. I was going to find that forum and give his information. On my walk home, I was going back and forth with myself about whether to do it or not. By the time I made it home, I made up my mind. I didn't shower nor did I change clothes.
Ew.
I went straight to my laptop and I searched. I possibly clicked maybe 100 links because on the dark web there are links that will take you down any rabbit hole. A link named Pork Chop piqued my interest. When I clicked it, I was directed to an About page. It only said 6 words. We find it, we chop it. And another link that said, here's an example of what we do. I clicked it, of course. As soon as I clicked on it, the picture went to the point of view from an old school camera, with the date and time in the corner of the screen. The person behind the camera approached the man and followed him. A few minutes go by, and the man noticed what was happening. He turned around and approached the camera while yelling and screaming at the person for following him. Then all of a sudden, you see 5 huge guys dressed in black wearing a pig mask run from behind the man and drag him into the dark. The person holding the camera turns the camera to his or her face and leaves it there for about 5 to 10 minutes. That person also wore a pig mask, but all you could hear was the man screaming and sounds that I don't want to describe in the background. The camera was then turned back around and the sight that I saw was disturbing. It was something that no one would ever want to see. Some people say that they wouldn't wish it on their worst enemy, but I did. After the video was over, there were links. One said pork and the other said chop. I clicked on the pork and it prompted me to put in a code. I didn't have one, so I backed out. So I clicked on chop. There was information that needed to be filled out, like name, height, description, and place. I filled out all the info for my manager. And the place, it was my job. I submitted the form. At the end of the screen, it said, see you soon. 4 days later, while at work, my manager approached me and decided to apologize for the way he treated me.
Oh, now you want to apologize. Okay. Now you want to apologize. Now you want to say you sorry. Get the fuck off me. It's too late for that. It's too late for that. It's too late to apologize. I don't know if that's the song, but I don't know if I made it up or not, but yeah, I said, it's too late to apologize, 'cause I'm about to clock your whole shit up. Best believe that. So get off of me, playboy. Cause you thought shit was so weird. Yeah.
And offered to give me more hours and said that he would work with me more often because he sees potential in me.
My
A
ass.
few hours later, it was close to the end of the night. My manager helped me with the trash and took it out for me. As I were putting chairs on top of the table getting ready to mop, I looked outside and saw my manager looking over at something, but he looked worried. I moved to get a better look and I saw what he was looking at. He was surrounded by 6 people in a pig mask with weapons in their hands. I ran outside as they swarmed him, except for one person. He had a camera. I forgot all about these guys, and then I put his information on the website. I ran outside as they approached him. He looked at me for help, but I ran back inside and called the police. It took them 10 minutes to get there. When I looked back outside, what I saw was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I wish I can get the image out of my head. Between the time of me initially seeing them, calling the cops, and running back outside, these guys were gone, but my manager was still there. I went to his funeral the next week. The next day I received an anonymous email that had the whole video. They were watching him his whole time he was on shift. I don't know how they got my email. I never provided any of my information. Till this day, I still feel sick because my manager was starting to be nice to me that day. I can't go back on the dark web.
And I think the reason your manager was starting to feel nice is because he sensed. That's right. He sensed the cluckness going on about to come his way. And it definitely did. That's what you get. I'm not saying that's what you get, but that's what you get. I'm not saying that you should have died, but you definitely should have got clucked up though. Cause you don't do that, bro. Like this right here is like the definition of like, be careful who you pick on, be careful how you talk to people, how you come across people, because some people when they get mad or some shit like that, if they get mad, some people can take it like, it's just like being fired. Some people can take it good, and some people don't. Obviously, he didn't. But it does suck because he was being nice for some reason, for some odd reason. And the only odd reason I can think of why he was being nice is because he knew his time was coming. Cluckness was coming his way. That's the only reason I felt like he was just being nice all of a sudden. Excuse me. I mean, I pick on people, but like on some like, I'm playing around and they know I'm playing around. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like we're at an understanding that, are they fucking? I don't know if I can hear that, but like me and my friends, like we are at an understanding that like, you know what I mean? Like I fuck with you, you fuck with me. Like you pick on me, I pick on you. Like it's friends type shit. Like you look dusty as shit. Like get the fuck on. Like you know what I mean? Like but like you picking on somebody just because, and it's like no understanding, like you just doing that just because like you're a dick. Yeah, that shit gonna bite you in the ass. Literally. So just be careful about like who you picking on and who you messing around with, and what you say to people and everything, because you don't know how some people take shit. You don't know how some people respond. And it's just like, you just don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know until you get clucked up. That's why I try to be nice and kind to everybody, because like I said, like you just don't know. Like I was bullied in high school and in middle school and in elementary. Jesus. And thank God I turned out the way I did, because I could have been a badass kid and was just literally done the same shit that they were doing me to them. And I could have been a whole different person right now. But it was something inside of me that just didn't respond. You know what I mean? I let them do what they do. Thank God it wasn't like nothing to like the extreme. But like, I guess it was just kids being kids, I guess. But I mean, just watch yourself and how you, I don't know. Just be careful on who you pick with. Pick your, is that it? Pick your fights? I don't know. I think I'm just talking right now. But yeah, he definitely had it coming. I just don't think he deserved to get killed. But he definitely deserved to get clubbed. Big time. Pause. No comment necessary. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy. My family.